ass was scary looking like me, man. I said it before. I was at work. I wanted to run home, and they had me scared as hell.
All right, guys, I am going live right now. So this is, we're going to call this the beta podcast because I don't have a name for this shit yet. This is kind of an impromptu, you know, just first run and all that. So we're going to call this our beta podcast for now.
All right.
So anyway, we are live right now. So we're gonna go ahead and get intros out the way. We're gonna do this fly of the seat, guys. All right. So
I don't see the live thing on my screen yet, though.
Oh, it'll come up. I just now went live, so it'll come up. Hopefully my son's not on the interwebs taking up bandwidth and shit. So you subscribe to my channel, aren't you, Lincoln?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Okay. So you should be getting that notification like any second on there.
Yep, but when Thrash did this yesterday, the live sign came up on my phone before I got the notification.
Yeah, let me look real quick. You guys can always go ahead and get your intros out the way if you want. Or do you want me to wait to make sure we're live first?
Well, I'm Island. I'm a gamer. I want, you know, good games for everybody and, you know, no marketing bullshit. So that's me.
Word. Okay. The hell, it says the stream's offline. Even though it says I'm live, but it says the stream's offline. Let me check this real quick. Yeah, it says live now.
No, that's how you got started. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, it says
I don't know why they
now.
call it smart. How the fuck is it a smart forklift when I got a job to make a second?
Yeah, we live.
All right.
Thrash is like, oh my word.
So if you know for certain that we live, then I guess I should be seeing something on my phone any second then.
Yeah, I was just playing it on my phone.
Are you doing this podcast from your phone, Vinny?
No, I'm doing it from my computer.
Okay.
So, let me go back to the channel real quick.
Who's button mashing?
Thrash is like, oh my word.
Yeah, see? That's the thing going right now. Did you hear that, Lincoln?
Oh, that was me?
Yeah, that was you on the podcast.
Oh, okay, then I guess it's time to go ahead and get these intros underway then, and let's get into it.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, who's taking off?
Let's start with you since you brought it up.
All right, then. Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Lincoln Clay 670. That's Clay with a K, Lincoln Clay 670. Joining my man Xbox Vidiot over here, which he's calling the beta podcast. We got some good shit to talk about. So make sure y'all smash that like button.
All right, go ahead, Island. You're the new guy. Let's get you in here too.
Yeah, I'm the new guy. Love gaming. Love gaming for everybody. You know, I want the companies to be fair to gamers and no marketing bullshit.
That's what's up.
Do your thing, Diver.
What up, everybody? It's Diver, real gamer. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it real. Let's do it.
with that shitty reception cell phone.
I know, man. Diver sound like he calling from the moon.
Yeah.
Nah, my bad, man. Shit, I'm at work. I'm actually driving a forklift while I'm talking to y'all.
Oh, shit.
What y'all niggas? What the fuck?
Oh, shit. Look, you just popped in.
You gonna mess around and get that damn write-up. Hey, Diver, you gonna mess around and get that damn write-up. You get caught flabbergasting on the job.
Look. I'm a union steward. You know what I'm saying? Fuck what you talking about. Yeah, I wouldn't say
What is this? What's this? A round table mini cast?
No, dude. I just went live and I'm like, you know what? Fuck, are we gonna do this? And I'm like, this is the beta podcast because we ain't officially set this shit up yet.
Nah, we haven't really. You know what I'm saying? It's still kind of hard. You should put it on your channel, nigga. I mean, damn.
We're live right now, homie.
Oh, we live right now on your channel?
We live right now.
Hey, fuck everybody in the chat room. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, all 0 of them.
Yeah. 0 of
I
them.
think Thrash got to get his intro in. He got to get his intro in.
Oh, y'all niggas know what it is. King Thrash Gaming. You know what I'm saying? The hottest nigga in the room as usual. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean in looks. I mean in like literal temperature because I'm in Cali and it's hot as fuck out here. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is.
In the room.
I can barely hear you. That's because you at work driving trucks and shit, nigga. Continue to drive Chrysler. Nigga. What's the topic? What's the topics of the day, nigga? We talking about Phil Spencer or what?
Actually, it was Lincoln's idea to go live because we were touching on a really damn good subject there, and he's like, "Man, we need to go live for this." So, so Lincoln, go ahead and pick up where we pick up where we left off. Yeah.
Your experience with DRM and Microsoft and 360 era.
It all started. The subject all started with the
tell me your experience,
compatibility.
Man.
Yeah, I'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
But what started me down this road was that I don't, it's cool that the PS5 is gonna have backwards compatibility, but that shouldn't be a selling point, as Island said earlier. That's the selling point of the Xbox One X. You're paying $500 to play old games. But I was telling them that I was a hardcore Xbox dude on the first generation Xbox and the beginning of the 360 era, but Microsoft screwed me over. To try to make a long story short, I had an Xbox, they called it the Red Rings of Death, and I sent it out to be fixed, and they sent me back a broken Xbox that didn't work. And that really got me pissed off, and that started me down the road of not liking Microsoft because I ordered them to fix that Xbox, and they turned around and sent me back the same broken Xbox, and then sent me a controller that didn't work as a gift.
That's what's up.
So now you fast forward to the current generation right now, the Xbox One. I'm already not liking Microsoft when this generation took off because of the 360 generation. So now you got a $500 Xbox, and you put this DRM shit in there and try to regulate what people can do with their games and stuff.
Exactly. That's what I've been trying to tell cats.
And you know what I was telling him that I still run into people today, to this day, that say they didn't. He's like, I don't want to buy an Xbox because of the DRM, and I'm like, you do know they reversed that, right? And he's like, I had no clue, So there's still people that still think that Xbox still has DRM in it,
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
And the fuck ups,
they fucked it up.
And the lies continue to this day. They just never quit lying.
Yeah.
And
well,
now,
and not only do they lie, but they sugarcoat shit also that makes you think. They try to entice you with, for instance, like the power thing, you know what I mean? The 4K and all that. They just try to entice you.
So now I think Microsoft is so pathetic now that they can't even deliver. They can't even deliver their fan base games. They deliver in
them. You be cooking too much. I can't be having that. Nah.
So now the Microsoft fan base, instead of getting games, they're getting rumors and leaks, and they losing their mind over the shit.
Yeah, I mean every week they're getting rumors and leaks.
To me, that's Phil letting that shit out.
Hey, you forgot controllers. There's a new controller too.
Yeah, and what gets me bothered is when the Xbox fan base challenge or even question Sony about gaming, is when when Microsoft keeps screwing them over and over and over again. Like I said in the intro, I want them to be fair. I'm going to spend my money.
Yeah.
Give me what I spend my money for. And if you're gonna provide or tell the world that you're providing the most powerful gaming console of all time, it's true 4K-ness, then provide the games. Stop bullshitting, stop holding out. But I believe they're holding out because of the talks of a PS5, and they don't want to release the few games that they have now. They're waiting until the PS5 comes out, and then they're going to say, oh, here's the Xbox One X2. and the new games to go with it.
That name
So
would
I
be
think that's
so
what's going to
stupid.
happen.
That name would be so stupid. My God, if they did that.
To me, unless they hiding shit at
E3.
E3, unless they holding shit back for E3, I don't think they have anything to show us.
Yeah.
And my belief, what I believe about it is, I ain't expecting nothing at E3.
You said you don't expect nothing out of E3?
I'm not expecting shit out of E3.
Yeah, me neither.
Hey, honestly,
I don't even think they're gonna show up.
that's where they need to bring
I was
that,
just
man.
on JWAG shit, and I told him the same shit. I don't even think they're gonna show up. I think they're gonna have a Xbox Direct with this new little thing they got going. I think they're gonna have an Xbox Direct, like how Nintendo has the Nintendo Direct for E3. That's what I think.
Now, I think they'll show up. I think they're gonna show up at the games, that are not gonna be. They're gonna tell us a bunch of games that are coming out. A couple years down the line or whatever the case may be. But as far as getting ready for something big at E3, personally, I don't think so.
And everybody knows that this generation is over in terms of them trying to compete with the PlayStation in terms of sales. But I also think this generation is over in terms of what kind of exclusives that Microsoft is going to bring you. We already know about the exclusives they got coming out right now with the Sea of Thieves, Crackdown 3, if it ever comes out, and State of Decay. And we just have not heard anything beyond that except all these leaks. Which all these leaks that we're hearing about is going to be for the Xbox too. So with that being said, and being that they looking to get the Xbox 2 out in 2019, how much content can you deliver between now and then? I think it is over. I think this generation is over in terms of Microsoft trying to bring exclusives, to the Xbox One X. All these
that's 100% true. I mean, why even try? You know what I'm saying? If I got my ass whooped today, gym, I ain't gonna come back and keep talking shit. When I go to the gym and get buffed up, when I'm ready to come back, then I'm gonna come back. So ain't no reason I'm trying to get shit out now. It's like
it's funny that you use that example too, because that was the perfect example right there. I don't go see, and the thing is, Microsoft is in the gym right now. But they telling everybody they in the gym.
Right.
Or, don't, when I got back in the gym, I didn't say shit to nobody. I just went in there and put in that hard work. And then, like 2 years later, when
let the results speak for themselves. Right.
Yeah.
But you don't want everybody to think that you're gone. You want to throw a little bit out there to let people know, oh, that motherfucker's still around here.
Well, that's why you let Games Pass and shit come in. That's why you let games pass and backwards compatible. That's all that's been doing for them anyways, keeping them relevant and inside people's ear and shit. But I think at the end of the day, I think they done making games, man. I'm just more and more. That's what it's telling me. Is that they done making big time games like Halo and Gears, like new games.
Yeah.
Like they did for the 360. I think they're done with that part. They're not gonna take no risks. They're only going to go for the things that they know will be some kind of successful or has a chance to be successful. They don't want to. They don't have no talent in the house. They don't have no in-house talent, bro.
Okay, so they don't have no talent. They don't have no talent like you said right now. Okay, I don't think they're gonna give up making games. It ain't nothing. You got a motherfucker that got good talent, and you throw him some money to come out and make some games. How much money are you really going to lose to try to do something? It's not buying talent. I'm sure these motherfuckers got PlayStation, they can hit up and be like, look, come over here on this side. We got all this money for you.
But you gotta understand. You gotta understand though, Diver. Microsoft has burned a lot of bridges. They got lot. They got a very bad name in the gaming community as far as developers go. They are not fun to work for.
Yeah, there's a lot of developers that
EA is suffering from that shit too. Like they're just not a good company to work for. You know what I'm saying? Because they're too nitpicky. Like they make so many mistakes that it's insane that they are still even relevant, man. If you ask me, they make too many mistakes.
But you got somebody new up there. You got to give this person a chance and see what this next shit's gonna be like. That's what I'm saying. Like if you got Phil up there, set up with that. That's why for me, I'm not saying I'm never gonna buy another Xbox, but for me, it's gonna be a big letdown for me if nothing changes with him being on top, with the E3 coming up, with the new Xboxes coming out. You know, if nothing changes, then well, we ain't got nothing exciting, and it's all still the same shit, then you know what? I buy down. That's it.
You know, but while we sitting here talking about what Microsoft might have planned 2-3 years from now with all these leaks and these rumors, what I want to know is last year's E3 when they unveiled the Xbox One X, they also showed about 40 indie games.
Where them games at, right? Where them games at?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm with you.
Where's all those games at?
I'm with you.
They're holding out. They're holding out.
Yeah.
I'm not an indie person, but because a lot of those games they showed to me was $3 indie trash. But where is it? Where are those games?
Yeah. Yep. You know what's
I
interesting?
think to me, I look at that as they're taking more chance, you know, people out there making these things. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they just showed a bunch of people that are out trying to play these games. Not that they're going to bring them out right away, but that they're taking chances on them.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, you're going to lose a lot of people, man. You're going to lose a lot of people if you don't bring something out.
Last year at E3, these indie games they showed, I think that's Microsoft's mentality where they going with games with a low risk, high reward. They don't got to invest no money into these indie games, but if you mess around and get a hit like Cuphead, you might make a couple of bucks.
Yeah, and you know that's been Microsoft's mentality. I mean, if you look at them as a company, they try to make the most profit off the least work. You know, and they've always relied on Windows. You know, and I know Microsoft takes the entire company and they lump everything together. It's kind of like the company that I work for. There's 5 stores, but they don't count, you know, one store doing bad and the other one doing good. They take the entire company and throw it in, you know, to profits. But Microsoft as a company has always done that. They've always taken the most money for the least work approach, you know. And believe it or not, if you maintain that, not only is it do you piss off people, but you know, you lose a lot of customers doing that. You know what I'm saying? Sony, on the other hand, they take the opposite approach. We're going to throw a lot of money into something, and if it doesn't work, well, we'll move on to something else. You know, and look at Horizon Zero Dawn. They took a chance with that game. You know, threw a lot of money at Guerrilla Games and said, "Hey, do this. Let's take that chance. Go ahead." And look what it got them. What that hit? 76 million now in sales.
Yeah,
no, not
definitely, but it took the success of Horizon Zero Dawn to wake Microsoft asses up because
exactly.
Just remember, they was the ones that was saying that, you know, story-driven games that nobody playing them, they're not profitable, all kinds of shit.
Yeah, he said that less than a year ago. Less than a year ago, he said that.
Yeah, and even Amy Hennig, you know, who worked on the Uncharted games.
Yeah.
Who bleeds story-driven games. She even shocked me when she said that after she got let go from when she got fired from EA. When she tried to say nobody's playing story-driven games anymore. And,
right.
And you know what?
EA
honestly, if you think about it, you know, and I thought long and hard about that too, because I'm like, well, you know, I like story-driven games, but whenever Naughty Dog brought out The Last of Us, that story was, I still say to this day, that's one of the best stories in a game that I've ever played in my entire life, is The Last of Us.
You're damn right.
And that changed my mind about story-driven games. And I'm like, if you can do a story-driven game, and Naughty Dog, they're fucking masters at that shit. You know, if you look at any Naughty Dog game, after it got on PlayStation, especially Uncharted, every one of those games have a damn good story to them. And those games alone changed my mind about story-driven games because I was always a first-person shooter type guy. But it's like now, even though I'm an Xbox, you know, I prefer Xbox. Anytime Naughty Dog announces something, I sit up and I listen. Okay, what is that shit? You know, because they've built a reputation on, you know, doing those single-player story-driven games so well. They deserve that reputation too. And whenever Guerrilla Games announces something now, because of Horizon Zero Dawn, I'm going to sit up and be like, okay, what's this? You see what I mean? And that's what Microsoft needs. They need studios that do that type of work. And they don't have that right now. What's up?
And this nigga over here is smothered up. I think Uncharted. One thing Uncharted is underrated about is that they're good at making you like the characters in their games. With all the little chatter that they have in between the game, while you're playing, you hear Drake say some shit or they joking around with each other.
Yeah,
that shit builds character.
Stuff. Yeah,
and they're like masters at the small details that get you that just make you be amazed at the game and what you're seeing. Like that message is just amazing. Yeah. They graphically good. The story good. The programmers are top notch. Like when Digital Foundry got a hold of Uncharted 4, they said that's the most technically advanced game on the market. Like it was just a masterpiece how they built the game.
Yeah.
And it was still. You don't know about that? How not? How not? Let me know how not.
Something else that Naughty Dog excels at, and that's putting details in parts of the game that nobody else would even fucking think about putting detail in. You know what I mean? Like cracks in a wall or some shit, or bugs on a fence, shit like that. And they zoom in on it. Little that's 4K too, or that's rendered higher, or rendered the same as all this other detailed shit.
Mm-hmm. I look at it like this, guys. There's tons of money out there to be made on this gaming shit, and it's only going to get better and better. So that's why when people say, oh, Microsoft is done and they've done this and done that, they ain't going nowhere. They might be falling behind right now, but they ain't going nowhere. Trust me.
Well, I think they ain't going nowhere because they got the money to take hit after hit. But I mean, they're gonna end up digging themselves into a hole that they can't buy their way out of, especially when Google gets involved in this. If they have a full-blown council.
Yeah, but that's all he says. He says shit.
No.
Yeah, but you gotta realize. Check this out, man.
They are getting into the gaming.
Google has money to throw away too, just like Microsoft does. They're a multi-fucking trillion-dollar company. They can get into this and say, okay, let's throw shit at the wall for now and see what sticks, and then get their grip in the console, game. So I don't know. Google could probably
as far as Game Pass goes, they are not revolutionizing games as a service. They're not revolutionizing anything. They're not reinventing the wheel. And
no, Steam's been out for years, man. Steam's got that on lock.
Yeah. And then I've said this already. There's several streaming services out there already. You just mentioned Stream. I think we got Nvidia. I also know a streaming service.
PS
called,
Now.
PS Now. There's a streaming service called Utomic on the way. It's going to have over 700 games. And then Google's going to get involved in this. We got EA Access out there. Ubisoft is trying to start up their own streaming service. It's going to be a goddamn jungle out there for this games as a service.
Everything's going digital.
Game Pass is not going to dominate the landscape. All they're going to do is just hang on to their own user base.
Yeah. Yep. If you don't broaden your horizons, man, that's exactly who you're going to have is the same old people.
Yeah,
basically.
That's all.
You're not going to attract new people. You're just going to have the same old people.
I think that's what they want to maintain those people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They want to maintain the only people important to Microsoft are the people who have Xbox Live. Those are the only people who they really care about.
Yep.
That's where their money is at. And as long as they keep those people, they're fine. You know what I'm saying? Or even grow Xbox Live, they're fine. And they don't need an Xbox to grow Xbox Live. They probably grown it as far as they can grow it on Xbox. So they want to go to cell phones and all that shit too to get people to buy that shit or other systems if need be.
That's what I'm saying. Google's going to come out with games to play all your motherfucking cell phone games on. That's all that's going to be.
Yeah, you need to get your cell phone game.
Get an iPhone, man. I don't even have an iPhone.
What kind of phone are you using,
You sound like you calling from the moon. The next minute, you sound like Bender from Futurama.
I got a speaker on my chest that I'm talking through on Bluetooth. So
that's why. Yeah, I hear you. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Word.
Dude, your picture.
I'm just messing with you, man. I'm just messing with you. I mean, shit. I wish I could. I wish I was in a position to do a stream from work.
All right, check this out. Look how beautiful I am. Look at this beard. Look at this beard. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit. Pimped out status. No bitches though. Oh, bitches, though.
Right, I got one.
I got one. That's all you need. I got one too. I can't even talk. She might be hearing me talking right now, talking shit and shit.
They're too damn expensive.
Yeah, hey.
What they say, what that dude said, the rent too goddamn high.
Oh, man, what you got? Some Afro? You got some Afro sheen on your beard?
Ah, shit.
I had that beard on it, baby. I had that beard on it, you know what I'm saying?
It's a Grecian formula. The Grecian formula.
It's burnt out. What y'all think about? What y'all think about? What y'all think about PlayStation's E3? Like, would they have a bullshit E3 since they brought a lot of shit, or are they gonna have a lot of new shit at E3?
I don't know, man. You know,
I'm
anxious to see.
Have some shit.
I'm anxious to see what that reveal was. I don't know if it's going to be Tenchu or Bloodborne 2. I'm kind of anxious to see what that is.
I think they're gonna hold off.
They're gonna
hold off. Whatever. Yeah, I think when Shu with the Experience show last year, I think they're gonna just release a lot of indies and show a lot of stuff. I think they're gonna hold off until the PS5. They have no reason. They have no reason to unleash their games because Microsoft and the competition is doing nothing. So they have no reason to. In my opinion.
Yeah, that is true.
That is true, but don't get caught slipping.
Well, like I said, and I believe Microsoft's strategy in this, and they only could. I'm defending those guys. They only could be that with the Xbox One X release, they're holding off on their heavy hitters because they want to release another console, and the thought of a PS5 coming being more powerful than them. I think they're holding off, and I think they're playing the cards right, letting us argue and debate over what they're doing and what they're not doing. But I think I want them to succeed, But we're dominating now. We're dominating in 2017. I think we're going to dominate for some time to come, But
right.
What you mean?
I agree.
What you mean, because?
Hey. You a PlayStation gamer too, Diver? So that includes you. That includes you too. I mean, it's not a secret.
After my check, I gave them motherfuckers like
Hey, they give you games. They give you games
that you spend your money on.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? You give them money, they give you games.
Hey, I'm excited for that God of War. I'm telling you right now, that's what I'm waiting for.
No, me too.
Everyone, I told you, everyone.
That's gonna be the bomb. It's gonna be the fire.
Check this out.
It's gonna be that fire shit.
If there's any Xbox fanboy out there that owns a PlayStation 4 and can look me in the eye and tell me that he's not excited for God of War, I'll call him a fucking liar to his face. Yeah. There's no fucking way you're going to own a PlayStation 4 and tell me that you're not going to buy God of War. Now, I'm sure there's some people out there that don't like it, but anybody, honestly, who likes video games is probably going to get God of War. I mean,
yeah. And like I told you guys before, I bought that motherfucking, the one with the statue and shit on it. Cost me $150.
Yeah. I honestly thought about getting that bundle, that PS4 Pro bundle with the God of War edition. I thought about getting that shit.
I might get that just because my PlayStation is fucking up, so I might pick that. Get a reason to pick that up.
Right.
I have never played God of War.
Really?
Damn.
Dude, you need to play those games, man. I mean, you can pick them up at GameStop dirt cheap now, man. Do yourself a favor and play God of War, seriously.
See, here's the thing, though. That God of War is coming out next month. Looks so good that I don't really want to I don't really want to go back and start from the beginning.
It's a totally different game, though. They reinvented this one, so you're not going to miss anything out by playing the other ones. They reinvented the wheel with this one. It's going to be a totally different combat.
All different mythology.
The only thing, you need to go play the old one so you can get into that orgy. You know what I'm saying? You got to find out how that kid was
that
made.
Orgy.
Press X.
He got laid in every one of them games. He's probably going to get laid in this one.
What mythology does Kratos come from?
Well, it was Greek mythology. Now it's the Norse.
Yeah, it was Greek because it was Zeus and everybody else. Yeah,
now it's going to Norse now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how you read the game.
He's traveling into a different realm. So it sounds to me like the story is that her mother wants her ashes buried somewhere within the Norse realm.
Mm-hmm.
So, there was rumors that there could be like a a cameo from Thor and shit like that in the game.
I heard about that.
I've heard that a couple
I
times.
think no,
That's
I think
almost a given. I think. You think not? I think because Norse is basically that's where Thor comes from. Not even from the comics. Thor is the actual god in Norse. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he'll show up. I mean, they have Hercules. If they got Hercules, they can have Thor.
And not only that, suppose in Kratos' axe, I guess the minions that forged Thor's hammer.
Kratos made the axe. So it's made out of the same material. Just ice elemental instead of lightning.
It's made of Uru. I think it's Uru metal.
Yeah, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I heard.
Did you say doo-doo
direction.
What'd you say, Island?
What the hell's doo-doo metal?
Uru.
That's what this shit's made out of.
Hammer. It's a Uru hammer. The metal that it's made out of is supposed to be Uru.
Oh, I thought you said doo-doo.
At least in the comics.
Doo-doo. That's what I thought you said. I'm like, what the fuck is
Uru.
a doo-doo metal?
No, we're not talking about the Xbox here. We're talking about the PlayStation.
I knew Island was gonna go there, bro. I knew he was gonna go there. I was like, watch he get him. He about to get him.
But I mean, as far as the Norse mythology, there's a lot of directions. There's a lot of content they can go from, and you saw what I guess, like you said, Thrash. This is how you do a reboot. It's redone right, and there's a lot of content, a lot of stuff they can bring. Imagine Thor versus
they opened up
Kratos. Imagine that.
Yeah, they opened up a huge can of worms, bro. That's a huge can they opened up. They can get, and what's crazy is they can go from realm to realm to realm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if they wanted to reboot Kratos,
infinite possibilities, man. The only thing they need to overcome is his age, because obviously he's older in this one, and you can only carry it on for so long.
And that's the thing about mythology. You've seen it in comic books and movies and stuff like that. When somebody jumps from realm to realm, you're gonna be met with the strongest person from that realm. So if somebody was from the Norse mythology were to go over to the Greek realm, they're going to be shocked by Hercules or Zeus. Same thing in Norse mythology. If somebody
but Kratos killed them already, though. Remember, that's part of the story is that he killed them. He killed them all already. All the Greeks and the mythology dudes killed them all.
All the gods.
So by going over into the Norse mythology, technically he would be met by Thor or Odin, but more likely he would be met by Thor, because whenever something needs to be done, Odin sends Thor out to take care of it.
Right.
Damn, that's some deep shit.
Loki is in the lore too, so you might run into Loki too.
Right. So
you know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
So according to mythology, if the head of that realm sees you as an intruder or something like that, he's gonna send his best soldier out to deal with you. So that's why I would love to see a cameo from Thor in this game.
Hey, I would love to kill Thor in this game. That's what I want to do. I killed Hercules. I killed Hercules, bitch ass. Now I'm about to whip in the Thor shit. Hey, and I promise you might even get that nigga hammer. Cold shit. Kratos with Thor's hammer.
Smash it.
That would be
and smash it in his face. Yeah, smash his head with it.
And then use Thor to jumpstart his car or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Use his body to
jumpstart his
spark plugs.
But in Norse mythology, nobody can lift Mjolnir.
Yeah, exactly. And now only the people who worthy, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Kratos won't be able to lift it, but maybe his son will.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That'd be gangster. Damn, these niggas need to pay me.
That's a possibility.
Man, that's crazy, bro. It's gonna be a good little 3 months, even for all consoles. To be honest, this next 3-4 months is gonna be good for all consoles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sea of Thieves come out.
You start seeing
State of Decay come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be good shit.
I'm looking forward for State of Decay. Sea of Thieves, like I said, I played a little beta shit here and there. That's a game that you jump on every once in a while when you're bored. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a game that I'm gonna wake up and be like, yo, I got to play this game. But
I
there's
mean,
a
I don't
game
think no Xbox game is gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Gonna wake you up in the morning like I gotta play that.
Right.
But when Spider-Man, God of War and shit come out, I'm gonna be like own it. Like I need to wake up. You know what I'm saying? My girl gonna be like, come to bed, daddy. I'm gonna be like, bitch, relax. Do what you do to yourself.
Right.
I'm not
I'm on the
excited.
game.
I'm not too excited for Spider-Man. I really, that I gotta see when it comes out. But that don't spark my interest at all. Let's see the damn Spider games that came out already.
Hey, that's Spider. I know, but that's Spider. I like because I trust Insomniac. They know how to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? And especially with animation and shit, they know how to And Spider-Man is a real animated character, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna get that part down. And then the way the action sequences they showed, I want to play that part. That's the part I'm looking forward to playing. Running through the building, chasing the helicopter while it's blowing everything up and shit. And then the little QTEs. I want to do all that.
Those are scenes that you push buttons as things are going through. It's not like
No. It was both. It was both. No, but how else are you supposed to do that? Like you can't. I be tripping off of gamers when they talk about QTEs. QTEs exist because you're doing something that you would not be able to do with the controls of the game. You're not going to be able to do a flip, nigga. Hit 3 different places on the crane, jump through a building, slide under it, throw some grab on that shit to save people. You're not going to be able to do all of that shit in the speed that Spider-Man does it. It wouldn't look as epic. QTEs are necessary, man.
I like QTEs because if you hit all the buttons like you're supposed to, it's gonna look like one giant action-packed scene.
Man, look, bullshit. You should be able to do that in motherfucking Mario Brothers and all that other shit. Yeah.
Name one game that you could do that shit like Spider-Man.
You talking to a cat that I love single-player games because I love to see them play out like a movie. That's the beauty of a single-player game.
Real shit.
Is that you taking part in a movie.
Yeah.
I guess I can see that. I see what you guys mean by that, but I'm just saying, like, a few people are talking about all this excitement, and I told them, okay, you're going to be in the helicopter. Motherfucker do swing through a web. It's going to say press square or triangle to move to the left or to the right. You pick the wrong one, you did it.
Yeah, and I hear your argument, and I would agree with it if that's all you did. But that's not. That's just a sequence, an action sequence to set up the next set piece.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, this is not a debate, motherfucker. I get what you're saying.
I'm not debating. That's why I said I agree.
I'm just saying. We agree with it. I'm just saying my part of it is that, we played a lot of games like that. That Spider-Man really does not grab my attention that way. Like God of War. Like God of War, like I was saying earlier, like I can't wait. I'm sitting here counting. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to GameStop every day. Let me see that box, nigga. Open it up for me. Let me see what
it's like. All these games that we've been talking about got good stories, and I think that's the big seller with these games. The Spider-Man, The Last of Us, the God of War, they all look like they got good stories.
Right.
And that's the whole, and that is the biggest reason why I'm looking forward to Detroit Become Human, because you got like 3.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be one hell of a fucking game.
Yeah.
And that's all
QTE
QTE
in the game.
Shit. If you think about it, this shit is all QTE status.
It's a day one purchase
game
for me though. It's a day one.
Oh, it is. I love their games. I beat all of their games. You know what I'm saying? I love all of their games, and it's just gonna be fun. It's gonna be. I know I like how they do their shit because the choices you make really affect the motherfucking game. Like some games, you make the same choices and they'll still do the same kind of turnout at the end, like Deus Ex and all that. No, with this, you fuck up, you didn't fucked up. You know what I'm saying? That little girl was dead. Or that robot that you used to be playing with is dead and out of the game. You can't play with him no more. So the whole story changed. It's crazy how deep they go with their shit. So I can't wait. I can't wait to get there.
I loved Heavy Rain. That was another game. Like Quantum Dreams. I like Heavy Rain. That was a good game.
And I accidentally killed the FBI agent in that.
Real quick, excuse me. I gotta go to lunch. I'll be back on in a few.
All right. Oh, so you on here while you at work, but then when you free at lunch, you not. Makes total sense. You get that good
That's
life.
when people.
It's backwards.
That's
Enjoying podcasts.
because that's
I'm
when,
working,
hey,
but not
like
on
I
the
said, I'm a union steward, so that's when the motherfuckers want to talk about this and talk about that. So I gotta go show face.
Yeah, do your thing. I'm not mad at you.
All right, well, don't be mad. I'm just fuck. I see you. I'll be back. Give me a few. I'll be back. What up?
Huh?
Oh, and yeah. And before I leave, look at this. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
The fuck?
Saying.
For sure.
Oh dear God.
Yeah.
Dear God.
Dude, I think I see the gripper coming out that motherfucker.
That nigga a fool.
He crazy.
One of the things we was talking about, Thrash, before you got here was the PS5 backwards compatibility. My I don't have a need for it, to tell you the truth. It's cool. It's cool as an added feature, but as like the way Island put it, you know, that better not be the selling point. Like what they doing over with the Xbox One X.
I don't think it is, man. I think what it is, it's just giving people options.
Sony got the studios for it.
They hear all these other fanboys talking about, oh, we got backwards compatibility, and that's just Sony's way of saying, okay, well, fuck it, we'll have it too then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, shut up. What else y'all got? You know what I'm saying? Come to our side. If that's what you like, come to our side.
Right, and that's what I whenever I talk about, you know, everybody bringing something to the table, it's innovation, because people will, you know, if it works somewhere and somebody likes it, then they'll say, well, you know what, we'll give our side that choice too. You know what I mean? So everybody kind of draws from everybody when it comes to gaming. You know, console makers and all that stuff.
But that got on my nerves
the way
a
I
little
see
bit.
it,
How I was seeing articles like the PlayStation brand was, you know, was shortchanging their customers because they didn't have backwards compatibility.
Well, dude, that's just the media. That's the media getting clicks, man, for their shit.
I didn't buy a $400 PlayStation Pro to play PS3 games.
Right.
Damn right.
And that should be how people on the Xbox side should be feeling right now. They should be outraged. They paid $500 for a console and they being offered 360 games, and you got to rent them through Game Pass. They should be outraged.
But they're not.
but they're not.
Exactly. And you know, I don't know. You know, the backwards compatibility thing. I had an Xbox 360 with almost 300 games. When the next generation was upon us, I sold my PS3 and I had about 40 games on my PS3, and I sold my 360 and had almost 300 games on my 360.
Damn.
So if I was worried about backwards compatibility, I would have kept both of those systems.
Right.
When I buy a new console, I want new games to go with that console.
Hey man, I can't disagree there.
No.
Shit.
You know what's crazy though?
But
I'll go ahead. Go ahead, Dre.
What I was gonna say was the one reason why I see it working out. I mean, why they would do it, why it would be good, is because we all got backlogs now, and if we want to hurry up and move on to PS4 and PS5, we can carry over the games we still haven't beat yet in our backlog, and still be able to play those.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That way we can hurry up and move up, buy a PS5, trade in a PS4 to get a PS5 or whatever, and then move on from there and still have a smooth transition per se.
And you know what else?
But that'd be the biggest draw for me at least.
To go along with that, man, if they continue, like say they brought out the PS5, right? And say they continued to support the PS4, you know, say 5 or 6 years down the road, you know, any games that came out for the PS4, you know, I mean, that you bought, and you bought a PS5 as well, you know, that's where I see it benefiting from. You know, you can still play those games on your PS5 if you wanted to, you know, disc-wise. Yeah. Microsoft is all about digital, because even the backwards compatible games they're coming out with, like they just came out with Crackdown, right? The Crackdown one. You got two choices. If you own the disc, you can still play it. But if not, you're buying that motherfucker.
You can buy
you
that
see what I
shit.
mean?
You can buy it for $39.99.
Exactly. And
shit.
if you notice, every
Old
time
ass
that game
games
comes
don't
up
cost a
backwards
lot.
compatibility, they're higher priced than it. Look at Call of Duty, man. Call of Duty 2 is still $30 if you buy that thing.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
like,
I think
what?
Call of Duty on Black Ops 2, I think it was more than that. I thought I saw for like 39 or some shit.
Yeah, GameStop,
Like
man.
40 bucks.
A game that'll be $5 in the bargain bin, if it becomes backwards compatible, all of a sudden shoots up to $30
yep.
at GameStop.
Yep. Real
It's
shit.
like, what in the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, so I'm like, we over here suffering just for old ass games that you should have been got.
Yeah.
Based on Sony's patterns, they support each, their consoles for about 10 years. They supported the PS2 for like 12, 13 years?
Yep. I think so. It was still selling.
Yeah,
Even when the
yeah.
PS3 and the Xbox 360 came out, it was still outselling the PS3 and the 360.
Yeah.
Right, and
that's how much it was selling still.
And they're going to shut the PS3 down next year. So 2019? So that's 13 years that they would have supported the PS3 when they shut it down next year. It's 13 years. So with that being said, you can expect them to support the PS4 for another 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I don't, if they add backwards compatibility to the PS5, that's fine. But if they don't, that won't bother me either.
Right. And honestly, if they don't, I don't think it would bother most people. But like I said, it's just about giving people options. It's taking bragging points away from another system. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that's why Xbox guys are mad.
Yeah, it's taking
that's why
that
Xbox guys are mad at
gun.
the price. Yeah. Xbox niggas are mad at the price of the state. Well, not all of them, but these fanboys are mad at the price of State of Decay. They wanted to be higher so they could say it's a AAA game and have something to add.
That is so stupid.
Add a bullet to their
that is so stupid.
Crazy,
fan base, I can't believe.
That's the only thing I can think of. Why else would they be mad at the price? That's the only thing I can think of. Like, why would you want to pay more?
Yeah, exactly. Shit, do you think if I could get God of War, the new one coming out for $5, do you think I'd be mad about that?
Hell no! I was like, give me two of those motherfuckers.
Right. I'm gonna get some for my friends.
I need one to put in my car and let it ride with me and shit.
Right.
Truth be told, to me, State of Decay 2 looks like an indie game to me. So I think they are pricing the game.
It is an indie game. It is.
Yeah, it's not a AAA.
It is an indie game. Yeah, it's not a AAA game. It is an indie game. The Microsoft
they gave it the AAA
paid them to give them upgraded, but it's still an indie game.
Yeah, dude, PUBG's not a AAA game either.
It's not a AAA game.
Yeah, PUBG's an indie game.
Fucking Sea of Thieves is barely a fucking
right.
AAA game. In fact, Sea of Thieves.
But
Crackdown is looking like it's.
Yes.
Well, with PUBG, we knew that was an indie game. It just happened to be one that took the world by storm. Whereas State of Decay 2 is an indie game, and Microsoft ran their mouth about it as if it was a AAA game. Like, this is why you should buy the Xbox One X. And that's what kills me about the whole State of Decay situation. I mean...
Yeah, it's crazy. And when people do complain about that, that it's all fanboys that do that shit. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it shows fanboy colors. Because motherfuckers is... Even Xbox guys are like... I seen like King's Blood in them. I seen his video, and he was talking about the same shit. Like, why the fuck are y'all complaining about a game costing $30? And I went on his shit, and me and him are enemies. This nigga claim he's gonna come out to LA and come whoop my ass. Type. This nigga is he my enemy. I don't give a fuck. I told that nigga, let me know when you get out here. I'll send you a cab because you might not make it through my neighborhood. Let me make sure you get to me.
You looking out for him.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm looking out. I make sure he get to me. You know what I'm saying? That way I can send him home. You know what I'm saying, with some trinkets. You know what I'm saying? So, but he still, gave my comment of love and all that shit. Because I told the nigga real shit. Like, it's just a fanboy war shit. That's the only thing I could think of, man. It's the fucking fanboy war shit.
And to me, that's really, really sad. We get, you got these exclusives coming out on the PlayStation side, and the toxic fanboys are countering with, the backwards compatibility thing. Like, they having a better experience over there because they playing old games.
Because they're stupid. Sorry, but they're stupid.
It is.
They shouldn't be They shouldn't be threatened. The only person they should be threatening is Microsoft. Yeah. I'm threatening you. If you don't give me good games or new games, I'm going to leave your console. That's what you should be threatening. You shouldn't be threatening somebody because they're defending their console that's providing something that they paid for, something that they're interested in. You know,
Right.
they're twisted. You know, and I guess you can officially say that Xbox is for kids, PlayStation is for grown
Basically.
men. You know,
But I
you can
think,
say that.
If you look at the fucking games they got, I mean, shit. Might as well say that shit is for kids. Fucking Super Lucky Tale.
Yeah, there's not too many. There's not too many adult-only games that I can think of on Xbox right now.
Nah, there's not. Like mature, like Detroit mature, like in the news.
Yeah.
Why are we letting our kids play this type of mature type games? They don't have that.
The only mature games
They got
I gotta think are
dude bro
shooters,
games and-
but they have to label
Yeah,
those
shooters.
mature because of guns. You know.
Right. I mean, Call of Duty basically is still going to be more famous than that, and that's Call of
Yeah.
Duty. They needed Microsoft need to do it like they had a 360. They had RPGs like JRPG. They had like fucking everything that you wanted back in those days,
Yep.
and they don't have shit anymore. It's just sad to watch. It's sad to watch
And then-
Xbox
and
fanboys
then,
accept that shit.
And then Island was saying that they should trust Microsoft. To me, I disagree with that because I think that's why you're getting all these leaks and rumors. Because I think as we draw closer to these PlayStation exclusives, more and more Xbox community people are finally starting to get after Microsoft's ass, saying we want some more adult-driven games. You know, like Zaire, you know, he was one of them that was pretty vocal about it. And, you know, you got more people saying, even Colt Eastwood said he getting a PlayStation now. Of all people.
Yeah, I seen
Because
that.
he's looking forward to
Man.
those exclusives. Unbelievable. So as we get closer to those PlayStation exclusives, the Xbox communities, they getting louder about saying, where's our games? They're getting louder about considering getting a PlayStation. I mean, One Stop for Gamers, he brought his ass back home. He just bought a white PlayStation Pro. So I think that's why you're getting all these leaks and rumors and shit like that. So they don't start wandering over to the PlayStation side. Like, no, said, you know, y'all sit put. We got something for y'all. Don't go nowhere. That's, to me, that's what all these leaks and rumors is. And I think it's pathetic. You know, they getting games over on the PlayStation side, and the Xbox community is getting rumors and leaks.
And I guess that's what you pay for.
You know, we
Paying for
know
the
the
rumors.
games is coming over on the PlayStation side because all the games that's coming this year, we've seen more than one trailer for those games. But over on the Xbox side, all they're getting is leaks and rumors week after week, and they eating it up like a game just got released.
Hey, you know what, Lincoln? You just gave me an excellent comeback. When people ask me why I bought my Xbox One X, I'm gonna look out and say I bought them for the rumors and leaks. That's why I got an X.
That's what you're getting. You pay $500 for rumors and leaks. And when they finally do materialize, they're going to be on the Xbox 2. Now here's the thing about it. What happens if the Xbox 2 comes out and games like Fable or something like that? What happens if those games is only available on the Xbox 2?
You mean a not PC?
Like,
Because that's a whole different story. That's a whole different story.
Even PC. Okay, so let me put it this way. When Fable comes out or this Perfect Dark comes out or whatever they got planned, it's going to come out for the Xbox 2. What if these games are not available on this current generation of consoles? What if they're not available on any of the Xbox One consoles?
Well, then you're doing exactly what they said they wouldn't do and not leave any, console gamer behind. Because they said that they're not leaving behind any generation now.
They said they also said
now, but
that's what they also said true 4K. So
yeah, I know. But I'm just saying that then that would just be another lie that's going to pile up on their list already of other lies.
But I said this before. Microsoft works like this. Like every console that Sony builds, they support that console for no less than 10 years.
Right.
When the first generation Xbox came out, when the 360 took off and had the success that it had, they shut the original Xbox down quick to try to force everybody to upgrade to the 360.
Yeah.
And they were planning to do it with the Xbox One. I've read articles where they were talking about they were going to shut the 360 down in 2016. But the 360 is still alive because of the terrible sales, in my opinion, that the Xbox One has. if the Xbox One would have been sitting on 80 million consoles sold like the PlayStation, they would have shut the 360 down years ago.
Yep, that is true.
They keeping it alive because it's still a source of revenue. But they was quick to shut the original Xbox down to force everybody to upgrade to the 360. So This is where I'm going with this. When the Xbox 2 comes out, what if the Xbox 2 jumps out of the blocks the way the 360 did? I think the days are going to be numbered for the Xbox One X, the S, and the OG Xbox One. I think
how many
will be
Xbox
shut
One
down
X?
within 3 years.
How many Xbox One X is sold? Is that what you're gonna say?
No, how many Xbox One versions are there?
There's the one, the One
Xbox
X,
One,
the
the S, and the X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And the thing is, the S is it's not a full upgrade, but it's an upgrade from the base Xbox.
Yeah.
The slim PS4 is still the same PS4, but the S is an upgrade from the base Xbox. You got the Ultra Blu-ray player, you got the 4K, upgrade bullshit or whatever.
Yeah.
The HDR.
It's also
Sony made sure they put
processor.
HDR across all of it. Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
So it's like an upgrade. So they made 3 different consoles.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
So again, I say that if the Xbox 2 flops, then they're gonna keep the Xbox One alive as long as possible, so they can still draw money from that generation.
Xbox
But if the
Live,
Xbox 2 if the Xbox 2 sells like hotcakes, then I think the Xbox One ecosystem, the days are numbered on those consoles.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree.
Yep.
I think that's how it's gonna pan out actually.
What?
If they were to release games for the Xbox One X now, what are they gonna do with the Xbox One X 2? What are they gonna do? They have issues. They had issues producing games in 2017. It's now almost the first quarter in 2018. What are they going to do with the Xbox One X come out? So I think the One X is pretty much done,
Right, and the One X just came out in November. So
yeah, it's
honestly,
backwards compatibility, 4K 360 old game regenerator. That's what it is,
Dude, I'm going to tell you now, if they announce another Xbox, okay, any sooner than 3 years from now, I'm going to be pissed because I just paid $500 for this just a few months ago. So if they bring out an Xbox 2, say, in 2 years, I'm not going to feel like, games or not, I'm definitely going to feel like just for the time I've had this console that I didn't get my money's worth. You see what I mean? So I think it would be stupid.
1151.
Yeah, I think they would be stupid for them to bring out a console in the next 2 or 3 years. But it's Microsoft, man.
Okay, but get this. You keep hearing the rumors that the Xbox 2 is going to launch at the end of 2019 so they can try to get ahead of the PS5. Now,
that would be a bad move. I honestly think that'd be a bad move.
I don't know. But take us back to the Xbox One X. They announced the Xbox One X, like they unveiled the PlayStation Pro. And then right after that, Microsoft, we're gonna have true 4K. They let it be known that Project Scorpio was on the way, and it was a whole year and a half out.
Yep.
They put the word out about the Xbox One X a year and a half before that console came out. So if the Xbox 2 is going to come out at the end of 2019, then as crazy as that sounds, they got to get the word out this coming E3.
Dude, well, check it out though.
Hype and buzz about it.
They had a whole year and a half of hype of this console, and how well did it sell?
Right. But I'm going based on how Microsoft thinks that if they want to get this console, embedded in everybody's head so they can get ready for 2019, then you're going to have to say something about it this year. You can't go say something about that. Okay, if the Xbox 2 is going to come out in November of 2019, you can't say anything about the console 2 months before it comes out and expect everybody to just jump up and buy it.
You can't do that. You can do shit like that with Fallout, like they did.
No,
but you can't do that with a console.
and you're talking about Microsoft, who's some greedy ass people They just don't seem to get it through their damn head. You know, $500 is just a magic number with them.
Right.
They just won't get away from that damn shit. So that's another thing to consider. If the Xbox 2 is going to cost $500, which if they do that, they're not going to mention it until it's launch time. But still, I truly believe that if they plan to release this console at the end of 2019, they're going to say something about it this year. It may not be at E3, but they're going to say something about it.
Speaking of that, what do you guys think the PS5 will be priced at?
$399.
You think so?
Yep. $399.
$399.
Yep.
That's
They learned their lesson, man. They saw what happened to
UK.
Microsoft. Imagine if the Xbox came out at $399. It'd be like a better story for Microsoft right now.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
guarantee you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They see what it is. They found that sweet spot. They made billions. You know what I'm saying? They haven't been this profitable since PS2, man. Like, that's like 10 years. And it's because of that. Man, one of the reasons is because of that price. That price and the way that they do things made them do well.
Honestly, that's
the
one
PS3
thing.
would have sold over 100 million if the PS3 would have sold over 100 million if they launched at $399.
Oh yeah.
I know they couldn't.
Most definitely.
It's almost impossible for them to be able to with the Blu-ray inside of it. But
Well, yeah, that was the only way you can get a Blu-ray at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you can thank
did you ever
Microsoft
see,
for one thing, honestly. From that debacle, I bet you no game system in history will fucking try to launch with something you don't need, like a damn camera. I bet nobody tries that shit again because of Microsoft's debacle.
Fuck no. Fuck no. It's a lot of shit people not gonna do because of Microsoft,
Right?
Or EA. I'm pretty sure people are scared to do fucking loot boxes nowadays, bro.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that'll fucking kill your game on the spot, bro. Hell no.
Did you ever see Foxy Games UK video about the rumored specs of the PS5?
Yeah, that's why I was asking. Do you guys think it would be $500 or $400?
Well, I think the reason
for the power that the PS5 is supposed to have, if they sell it for $400, that is a slam dunk.
That's what I'm saying.
They're gonna pick right up. They're gonna pick up where they left off.
Yep.
And everybody who's got a PS4 is going to buy a PS5, and Microsoft will have their work cut out for them trying to pry these people away from the PS5.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's rumored, Foxy Games UK says he's got connections within Sony because he used to work with some of those people, and it's rumored that the console is going to have at least 10 teraflops of power, but they're aiming for 12.
Ryzen 7 CPU and shit.
Yeah, they're aiming for 12. I guess they're aiming for like 16 gigs of RAM.
Yep.
And,
Dude, that's PC status is what that is. I mean, it's PC status when you get to that point.
Right, and the launch at $400.
Yep.
Hey, they got my money. I'm buying it day one.
Yep.
They got my motherfucking brain.
Yep.
I mean, hell. Even if they sold it for $500, I would still buy it, knowing that they got games coming for it.
Dude, that's what makes a price point worth it, man. If you've got something to show people it's worth the $500, then they buy it. I mean, you guys would have bought an Xbox One X at $500 if you thought that $500 was worth it, right?
I'll go tomorrow and buy it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If the Xbox One X had Spider-Man, The Last of Us 2, God of War, Detroit Human coming out, the Xbox One X would have been a day one purchase for me.
Yep.
But instead,
y'all crazy.
They giving us Cuphead, Super Lucky's trash.
I still ain't beat that game yet.
Crackhead 3 is.
I know. I can play it right now, and I haven't even booted that shit.
I
haven't even booted that.
I finally beat Cuphead, but I still ain't beat Super Lucky Tales yet.
That's crazy.
Well, Cuphead kept
because of the art style of Cuphead. I don't think you was going to be able to see the difference between the standard Xbox One and the Xbox One X because of that 1940
Yeah, you kind of can't.
Art style.
Shit. I didn't see no difference. Can you see a different video?
I don't see a difference.
You can see a difference?
Dude, and I even played on PC and I still don't see a difference. Because I played it on my base Xbox One X, my Xbox, and then I played it on PC and it all looks the same to me.
But that was another one of the games they touted as one of the reasons you should buy a One X. And that was my whole thing that got my goat about they whole E3. They showed all them garbage ass indie games, and act like all these games is the reason why you should buy the Xbox One X.
Dude, that game's 30. That's 30 frames per second, no matter what you play it on, PC or console.
Yeah.
So it's not going to make a difference.
It's always 30 frames.
Yeah.
Curveball here, guys. So with that said about Cuphead and its graphic capabilities, is there any bottlenecking happening now with game development with the PS4 and its architecture, and there's a need for a PS5? I mean, is a bottleneck really happening? I mean, with the graphics that's coming out today,
that's what I don't understand. Why,
like what's the reason? Like why
for PS5 right now?
Yeah.
Or releasing PS5 period.
Yeah, period.
I think the CPU would be the reason.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Give us better frame rates.
That's the weakest link.
Yeah, that's what's needed right
now. Is the CPU.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way that we're gonna get more resolution than 4K. I mean, TVs aren't 8K yet. You know what I'm saying? Shit, most people don't even own a 4K TV to even think about 8K TVs right now.
Right.
So I think that the next step would be the CPU is to work on that, get it at 60 frames per second, and make more options in the games. Shit, they have the developers to make bomb ass games no matter what they do, but I'm pretty sure that's what they're gonna look at. They're gonna look at the CPU.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Upgrade the GPU.
The next consoles have to have at least Ryzen 7 CPUs in them, at least. If you want 4K, they have to have that minimum.
Yeah, and got to. Especially if you want the frames per second to go with it. You gotta.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, consoles.
That's the reason.
The thing about. Go ahead.
That's the reason for the PS4 Pro. It's not really true. Well, not Microsoft to worry true, but it's not true 4K. It's checkerboard 4K. You're getting something kinda. It's getting something kinda, but it looks just as good. You have to really go close up, to really see the difference. Graphically, it's good. You're gonna give me something. Like I say, it's a curveball for me right now. But
dude, in all honesty,
graphically.
The PS4 Pro was released to enhance the PSVR. That's all that was. It was to run the PS4. Yeah, it was to run the PS4 or PSVR more optimal than the base.
Yeah,
that was it.
That's what the code. That's what the code. You can see it in the code names, and the Morpheus and the Neo. You know what I'm saying? That was on some Matrix shit. You know what I'm saying? The Morpheus and the Neo was the code names for VR and PS Pro. So that's what the real reason for it. And they're doing a good job with VR. No matter what people say, they are supporting it still.
It's selling. And
it's selling. And it's leading the charge in VR. What is it? A year and a half behind when PC VRs came out, and they in less than a year outsold both of them combined. So they've been doing some good things. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's why I'm proud of them niggas, because they at least they try to do something. They shit.
They have brought VR to the forefront. I didn't realize how desolate that landscape was until I bought my PlayStation VR, because I think at the time that when the PSVR sold its first million, it was reported that Oculus had sold like 450,000 units, and Vive had sold 500,000 units. So for the VR to have 1 million units and more than both of them combined, I thought that was pretty doggone good. But the media wanted to beat them up and act like it should have been 70 million headsets out there.
Well, the PSVR was also the cheapest of the three headsets too.
Yeah, it was. But, it was. It also had the most games.
Yeah.
When I first bought my VR, I did think that $500 price tag was a little steep. But then after I found out, but then I found out that the Oculus was $600, and found out that Vive was $700.
Yep.
Shit, Oculus was it $600?
Yep.
Was Oculus $600?
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn. I know it was a lot. Yeah. I just didn't. Oh yeah, no. The price I'm thinking about is the price of the PC that you have to actually have to run the Oculus. You know what I'm saying? You also need like $1,000.
You still need about $1,000, $1,500 computer to power either of those headsets. So now you're talking about. So now you're looking at. You're
looking at 2 Gs plus.
No less.
Just for that VR.
Yeah.
And you're looking at about less than a G, about $800 for this VR.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they know what they're doing.
After I did all that research and found out all that stuff, I think you actually getting a good deal, and you don't have to build a damn PC to get involved in this VR. And then I have a friend that's got the Vive, and when I went to his crib and played some of this games, a lot of the games they have on the Vive is a lot of the same games that's on the PlayStation VR.
Yep, exactly.
The only thing is that Vive headset was just a little bit clearer. The resolution was
it's 1080p
was a little bit better.
Yeah, the PSVR is 720p, and then the Oculus and the Vive are both 1080p in both eyes, and it's 60 frames per second too. If your rig allows that. Now you have to have an astronomical amount of RAM and a good GPU.
But dude, as these games are progressing, they are getting clear. The game that was like really bad on the PSVR was Drive Club. That game was really blurry.
It was. I've got it.
Night Races is horrible on that game.
Yeah.
But as it gets better and better, the games is getting clearer and clearer. Like that Knockout League, man, that game is crystal clear.
Dude, I've got that game. That game is badass. I can't beat the second bitch on there though.
Me neither. She whooped my ass too, man. But I did it to get my to get my cardio in because
that's a good game to do
it, man. So yeah, that and the Drunken Bar Fight is a couple of good games to burn some calories.
That game reminds me of like a virtual reality of Mike Tyson's Punch Out's what that reminds me of. It's pretty badass. It's really, you got a duck and everything on that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I've got that on my.
I've seen this gameplay.
On my Bravo Team review, I also added that one of the bad things about the PlayStation VR is that the Move controllers is holding the VR back. Because the Move controllers don't have thumbsticks. And because they don't have thumbsticks, the method of travel is teleportation. And that can cause motion sickness with some people. If you can make a smooth turn using the thumbstick, people won't, get motion sick. But, Sony is addressing that right now because they're working on a Move controller that has a thumbstick. They just filed a patent for it. But, and that's why I think, like, Farpoint is one of the best games on the PlayStation VR because it's a first-person shooter game. And because the Move controllers are not involved in that game, you can turn smoothly. You have full locomotion in that game.
Yep. Honestly, if I have the choice to use the Move controllers or the controller, I prefer to use the controller over the Move controllers. But also, I'm used to the VR now. I used to get motion sickness. You know how whenever you turn, it blinks the screen for a little bit. And you can actually turn that option off to where everything's fluid. But at first I got nauseous with that, so I kind of did that. But then I would play little bite-sized increments of the fluidity without the without the blinking. But when you get used to the VR, you can go a full sprint in that thing and be fine. It's just a matter of getting used to it.
Yeah. Plus, I drink Verner's for the motion sickness whenever I play the VR too.
Oh, there you go.
Serious, man. Like, first time I played that Riggs, man, I had to take my headset off because I felt like I was about to throw up.
Right?
You got to get used to that shit. You got to get your body used to that shit.
Yep.
I still love it, though. I mean, I've developed a tolerance for it, especially with the help of the Verners. I've developed a tolerance for it, and I still stand behind the VR, and I think Bravo Team was supposed to be the start of VR going to a whole new level. And even though the game has got some negative reviews and stuff like that, I still like the game, and I think we still head in that direction. I still think that Firewall and Alvo is going to take the VR where I envisioned it in terms of being able to play first-person shooters. Yeah,
shit, I hope we get there. Shit, I ain't gonna lie. Shit, I hope we get there. I ain't gonna lie.
Those games are still supposed to come out this year.
Yeah, I'm holding off for the hopefully a PlayStation VR too. So
they have enough sales. Sony's starting to get pretty frequent with these sales for the VR. But even if you don't have to wait for a sale. I see Walmart is pretty consistent about selling the VR somewhere between $200 and $300 for various bundles. So that VR is definitely affordable now, and Sony is committed to that. Yeah,
they're pumping out games for that thing left and right too, man. They're making it more appealing to more people. with the genres and all the games they're bringing out for it.
Right. So when Thrash had a roundtable podcast back on Tuesday, that was one of the problems that I said I had, with Sony, is that I think they pumping out too many games and they starting to pump them out too close together. I think these games need room to breathe. They need room to be able to sell. And I was telling them, prime example is Yakuza 6 is coming out April 17th. It is a game I am highly interested in, but God of War comes out 3 days later, April 20th. If I only got enough money to buy one of those games, which one do you think I'm going to buy?
God of War.
Right. So if they would have, placed the Yakuza game somewhere where nothing else is coming out, then I would have considered buying it day one.
Like this month.
But it's just there's way too many games coming out. Got a ton of PlayStation VR games coming out, and we already know about the other exclusives that's coming out. And I was saying, man, like I'm probably going, when all is said and done, I'm probably going to end up paying about between $300 and $500 for all these games that's coming out.
All I know is this.
Like Foxy says, play games.
Not corporations.
Not corporations.
Oh, I'll be on Foxy's show on Sunday if y'all gonna watch.
Wait, you got Foxy UK?
Yeah, I'll be on Foxy's on
what
Sunday.
The fuck? How did you accomplish that?
Nigga, my name is King Thrash. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? They was like, oh, you don't want to do the skits? I need you on the show. I need you on the show.
Oh, did he? He saw your skits?
So I'll be up there. Nah, his the girl who do his recruiting for whoever gonna come on his show.
Oh, that's pretty badass, homie.
She's like, oh, I saw your shows. You in there, nigga? Fuck.
Yeah, do me a favor, man.
I'll
Whenever
be in
that
there
happens,
Sunday.
post a link on PSN so I can check that out.
All right, for sure.
Actually,
Well, you gonna be? I'm gonna be on his show.
That's what I'm saying.
On his gamer account.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He
just post a link. Actually, I'll just subscribe to him and I'll keep an eye out for him.
Yeah, I sub to him. But truth be told, I feel like Thrash should have more subscribers than what he got, and I feel like his name should be spreading out there faster than what it is.
Hey, I feel
think his style. His style
I feel you, shit.
No, his style is unique, and he informative. I made no bones about it. Thrash is my favorite YouTuber, and we talking man to man right now. Everything is cool, but like I might be in the middle of a dead sleep, but as soon as I get that alert that new from King Thrash, I instantly wake up and start watching the video.
I'm gonna have to throw a disclaimer up on my channel about promoting other motherfuckers on my shit. You know what I mean?
Hey, you gotta do like I do. You gotta do like I do. You gotta be like, I'm gonna go review your shit, and if your shit nice, nigga, if that shit whack, I'm letting shit be done.
No, we're all friends here, man. I don't give a shit, man. We promote the shit out of each other. You know what I mean?
And with Thrash, he when I told him I was thinking about starting up a YouTube channel, he didn't want to encourage me to do it. He said, I'll be your biggest supporter.
Yep.
And I'll never forget that. And when people look out for me and stuff like that, I'm always grateful for it. And just like you, I owe credit to you for me doing these live streams that I've been doing, just about every day now.
Right.
Because you pointed me in the direction of the software. And I really
remember you telling me that too.
And I let it be known on a couple of my streams, that I really appreciate you helping me.
Oh, it's all good, man. It's all good. We only got real people on the round table, so.
Yeah, real shit. Real talk. Real talk.
Speaking of
this,
who
is this?
Oh, look at this. Damn, this nigga Draco up in this motherfucker.
Hey, my fault, man. I was in the middle of making a video and shit. I didn't even know, fam. You feel me?
Hey, shit. This is on a whim like a motherfucker. It's some old on the whim shit. We not even.
Yeah, fam. You know how it is, man. You gotta let a motherfucker know and shit. Out of nowhere, shit tight. Yeah, I mean, I was focusing on the video and shit. You know what I'm saying?
We didn't even have a name for this podcast. We just call it the Beta Podcast and shit.
What's up?
So we didn't have a name for this, man.
What's up, fam?
What up,
Got
Fred?
it?
What's up?
Oh, Diver's back.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
figured out,
We just
you
up in
figured
here.
out how to do the little video Thrash? You can do it over
Which
this.
one? Which one?
Like do the
say it again.
parody video. The parody video.
Nah, the shit. That was the problem with it, nigga. That one was supposed to be with all day on it, and we couldn't do that shit right. But we found a way though. I think what I gotta do is I gotta make my half, put it on YouTube, but put it as private. Send you the link. Then you download it from there through this website to let you download them.
That would mean that you already have like everything that you want to say, like taken, like done, and I have to basically just work around it, basically.
Right, you work around it, or vice versa. You whoever's
No,
host,
yeah, no,
whoever's
that's
gonna be the host.
no, go ahead. You do yours first, send that to me, and I'll do mine. Cause
Right.
I can't do, cause I'm the little white dude, right?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So I need to pick it back up to what you say. I can't, you know what I mean?
Nah, I'm already knowing. Nah, but yeah, we already got it down and shit. Don't even trip. We'll get that shit out there for sure.
I was trying to see who that was. That was Island. I was like, man.
We got Island.
That was
they
you don't
should
have
be the
profile pictures out here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, you
What is that with the
let's
blank
pause here for a second, man. I just want to give a shout out to all the motherfuckers that are not in the fucking chat section. Thank you all very much for showing up.
Hey, you know how it is. Nigga, you gotta get your fan base up.
Yeah,
Get your fan base
Hey,
up.
hey, Thrash, or for the rest of y'all, for that matter. You know, I did a live stream earlier today. You know, giving my review on Bravo Team, and I would probably, honestly speaking, I like the game, but the game is catching a lot of negative shit. And if you're on the fence about buying this game, then I would probably advise you to wait until it come on sale.
What game you
It's
talking
a
about?
VR game, ain't it? Ain't it a VR game? Bravo Team?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't even
VR.
have
First
VR
shooter game.
so I can't fuck with it. I don't even have
Yeah,
it.
regardless.
I'm a copy though. Like VR is getting like real nice. Like there's a couple of games.
I
on
like
VR
the
right
game.
now
I like the game. The game got good graphics, but I think the thing that's hurting the game, in my opinion, is that it doesn't have full locomotion. You take cover behind cars and barriers and stuff like that, and then you highlight where you want to try to advance to because you're trying to flank the enemy, and then you once you highlight where you're going to go, your character will go into full view and then advance over to that area. And the game loses a little bit of immersion when you see a full
you
view.
basically went to like third person and see your character run towards that area, and then it goes back to first person.
Exactly.
All right, what game y'all talking about? What game?
Bravo Team.
Oh yeah, that virtual one.
Yeah, I like it, but you know, it's getting a lot of negative shit on YouTube.
Yeah, it's something different. You know what I mean? Of course, you're gonna give a negative shit.
So
I'm different, man. I'm different.
so I'm not going to tell anybody that this game is a must-have, and then they end up not liking it. So my advice is, if it's a game you think you absolutely want, then get it. But if it's a game you're not sure about, then wait till it goes on sale.
Hey, Lincoln, you got VR, so let me ask you this, man. I've been speculating. I don't really know for sure how it works. So if you don't buy like the whole VR set, right? You just buy the VR. The helmet, right? The VR piece, not the what are those things called?
The move controllers. There's some games that require those though.
No, the dildos. What are those called?
There's some games that require those.
Yeah,
you
the move
cannot play
controllers.
without
Like,
it.
Yeah.
like some game require those. Like you gotta have and shit. Now, I can't use a regular controller. Just wear the eye thing, like the
Nope.
VR set.
Yeah, some of them require the actual.
At the very least, Draco, you're gonna need the headset and the camera.
And the camera, yeah.
I don't have no accessories, man. I never got, you know what I'm saying?
But they got, you know, but you can catch those $200 bundles where at the very least.
No, I mean, I'm not tripping about the money. I just never really needed none of that shit.
Yeah, you gotta have a camera. That's how it tracks the headset.
The only other shit I buy is another controller.
Like
That's usually
some of
how it
those
goes
games,
down.
some of those games you do need the move controllers because the move controllers are your hands.
Yeah.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, so if I play Resident Evil in VR, right? Like to this day, still have not played Resident Evil like 7 because I want to play it in VR. I don't want to play it in regular mode shit, so I haven't even played it yet. So if I
Yeah.
was to play that, I can't. Can I use a controller?
No,
and
you
the VR
yeah. There's
headset?
not even move support in that game. You have to use a
Okay,
controller.
cool. So
Yeah.
I have to use a
Oh,
controller.
you can use the DualShock in Resident Evil.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, so most games you should be able to.
Yeah.
Just some games.
Well, if you
require
look at the
to-
look at the description of the game, it'll tell you if it's required or not.
Right. No, but that's
Yeah,
what I'm
real
saying,
shit.
like, but you know what I'm saying? That's all that I'm concerned about. Because I don't
There's
wanna,
lots of
there's
games
certain
on there that you can just enjoy with the controller and you'll be fine. There's tons of them.
Yeah, but definitely Resident Evil, you don't need those move controllers to play the game. You can play it with the DualShock 4.
Alright. Oh, I need to know, man.
It's games like games that I played, you know, like Knockout League, Drunken Bar Fight, Batman VR.
Drunken bar fight.
Those are games where you're gonna need to move controllers.
Hey, you need to watch the video that he did with Drunken Bar Fight. Man, I was laughing so
Yeah,
hard,
that shit
I
is
was fucking
crazy.
crying.
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
Of course,
He's
I
like,
seen
"Come here,
that
bitch!
shit.
Come here! Oh, you
That
want
shit
some
had
too?
me-
Come here, bitch!"
That shit had me dying.
And crack their ass in the head with that gumball machine.
No, it's just the game. Like, the games look like one of those games where it's so bad that it's good. Like it's so bad that you can't help but like laugh at it. Like it's so bad.
Yeah, real shit.
So bad that it's
Right.
good type
Hey,
shit. Where you
hey,
actually
y'all
start
remember
having
that
a good
game
time.
on PS3? It was called Pain, where you just launched that dude from a giant rubber band. Y'all remember that shit?
I seen it. I never actually played that
Yeah,
shit.
that was one of those games that was so fucking
Yeah.
bad. It was just hilarious and just fun to play.
That's Angry Bird, nigga.
Y'all
No,
niggas whack.
you know what a game that was really bad that is good? Ride to Hell. You know what I'm talking about? It's a
I heard about
Oh,
it.
dude,
I heard about it,
Yeah,
but I
you
haven't
get like
seen that
it
shit.
got a score of like 2.5 or some shit like that.
boy. My friend bought it for $2. $2.
Damn.
He was like, man, it's $2. Like, I've lost that more money than that before.
Dude, look at the review.
Yeah.
on it. I'm serious.
Yeah,
For real.
You got
Hey,
like
like,
2.5
more money.
out of 10.
Lots more money than that
Bro.
in your couches and
Bro,
shit.
that
Nigga,
night,
on
I was-
Wednesday.
I was chilling at his crib like that whole night. Like me and him was playing high. We was like just laughing our ass off and just how bad the motherfucker is. Like,
It's
the
cringeworthy. It really
the
is.
craziest shit is support 2-player, man. Like you 2 players can play that shit. The craziest shit, but the game is so terrible. Like you ride on a bike, right? But it feels like the bike ain't even touching the ground.
Right.
The physics is so bad, like you flying a jet. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just hilarious. Like when you hit something, a lot of times it don't even register. You go right through this motherfucker. But somehow, like sometimes you don't even like. There's nothing in front of you, but like you hit something and you just fall off your bike. Like
Dude, yeah,
but
like
there's
a
nothing there.
skateboard hitting a fucking rock. You don't see it. It just happens, you know?
Yeah, but it's a complete halt on your bike though. Like there's no natural momentum like how a motherfucker
Right.
would fall off a bike. The
Right.
bike
And
would
then
just
sometimes you
halt.
can drive through a bush,
Like-
and then other bushes will make you fly off your bike.
Bro, like, I was so high and I couldn't stop laughing at that shit. That shit was so funny, dude. Bro, that shit was so funny. That's probably one of the worst, or if not the worst. Like, but somehow good games just because it's so bad.
You just want to. It's one of those games you want to play just to see how bad it really is, you know?
Yeah, because you heard motherfucker tell you like I'm
Yeah.
doing right now. Like, I heard this motherfucker's real bad. I heard this motherfucker's terribly bad. You gotta see what this shit's about.
Burnt out.
Oh,
Hey, I gotta go though. Fuck y'all. I got girls and shit on the way.
yeah, I
Yeah,
was about
we
to
need
say
to wrap
the
it
same
up.
I gotta
thing.
make my bed.
Shit.
I gotta get back up. I gotta
Royal
get
got
up here
on
in a few
late.
hours.
Nigga, I left J-Wag. I left J-Wag. I was on J-Wag. These niggas have started this shit. I'm getting text all the time. All this way through, I'm doing fucking J-Wag's fucking
Podcast.
live chat, and I go straight to this shit.
Well, what's
I gotta
crazy,
support
what's
my
crazy is
niggas
you the one that started
before
this
I
shit
support
through
my
text.
not niggas.
You started this shit through text.
Yeah, real
earlier.
shit.
J-Wags.
Yeah, J-Wag's ass, man. I know.
No, what
I
about
know.
J-Wags?
Nah, he had a podcast.
You about to hop on that shit?
Nah, I did already.
Oh,
I was on there, and this shit was cracking off. So I had left there and got on here and shit.
Hey, well, shit. Let's go to wrap it up, man. Let's get our intros out, man. Since you're leaving, we've been doing shit for over 2 hours.
I'm headed to bed, so let me go first.
Do your thing.
Yo, this your boy
Oh,
Lincoln
night.
Clay. This is your boy Lincoln Clay. I had a good time. Thanks for having me as a guest on the Beta Podcast.
We are changing the name, by the way.
Okay.
We'll think of one.
All right.
The Beta Podcast.
For sure. And for those who didn't get a chance to check it out, make sure y'all check out the replay. Make sure y'all smash that like button. And I'll holler at y'all later.
Thanks for coming,
Right. Good night.
For sure.
Good night,
Yep,
guys.
no doubt. Thanks
Take
for
it
having
easy.
me on.
No problem. Say that with your chest.
Island, go and get yours in, man.
Well, no, it's been good. Can't wait for E3. Keep it clean. Over and out.
All right, man. Thanks for coming.
Hey, Island boy. He was the game theme.
He had his
I
mic
just came
muted,
back.
man. I don't know if he
No,
was puff passing or what there, man.
No, I was away. I had to deal with my kids, so you guys
Oh,
just
shit.
feel
Yeah.
this now.
I hear you.
I ain't got to deal with that no more. Shit, my kids are grown now.
So,
All right, Diver, with your lunch break and ass, go ahead with yours.
Hey, move that shit out the way.
What?
Who? What?
Oh, my bad.
He's driving a forklift right now as we
This
speak.
nigga at
Yeah,
work.
he is,
This
he
motherfucker's
is.
literally at work.
He's done
I
showed
was,
us
but
his,
he
he's done showed us his beard
There you go.
twice.
There you go. What's up, everybody? It's Diamond.
Be an outro.
Thank y'all for coming out. Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it real. Peace out, motherfuckers.
Never use that Bluetooth again.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
life.
okay.
Get you a wired headset, nigga.
In a better phone.
I'll do that for,
In a better
I'll
phone.
do that for next time.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Is he
sir.
calling in an airstrike?
It's nigga on me.
Calling in an airstrike? man?
5529. We have target in New York.
Dang. Coordinates and shit.
Hell yeah.
Hey, quit making my shit, cuz.
Over.
Over, out, over. Nigga, however we do. Yeah.
Hey, it's 10-4, nigga.
All right, Thrash, get yours in, homie.
What's up, y'all? This King Thrash Gaming. Y'all know what it is. You know what I'm saying? What is this called? The Beta Podcast?
For now.
This is chapter,
For now.
episode 1, Beta Podcast for now.
Episode
Is the full
0.
name. Beta Podcast 0. Chapter 0. Thanks for coming out or not coming out, you bitch ass niggas.
Exactly.
Whichever one of you niggas watch this shit later, you done fucked up and got on my motherfucking bad side, nigga. So hit the downvote button just to make sure that you heard what I said. Nah, I was playing. Hit the upvote for this nigga. Nigga, do what you do. Nigga.
And I guess
We'll
Royal,
see y'all
Royal
niggas
can
next
get
time.
his intro and outro in at the same time.
Nigga.
Is he even there?
Nigga. Cool.
Yeah, no, I'm here.
Oh, that's why I said you can get your intro and outro out at the same time.
Yeah,
I mean-
basically.
I mean, all right, Royal Flush, Draco Rex, Asian Gambit, and that's basically it. I mean, my intro and outro should reflect how long I'm on this motherfucker, so, you know what I'm saying? That's about right. Good night, everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, let me
Hey,
tell
that
my.
was, one man.
I got my baby. I got a baby skit that they can't. It's not really a skit. You know what I'm saying? It's like a throwaway skit
A deleted
that I
Oh,
made.
you
You know what I'm saying? So if y'all want to check it out, check it out. You know what I'm saying? It's a throwaway skit. You just watched it.
Yeah, I just peeped that shit.
The nigga video. Yeah, video peeped it already too. It's, you know, it wasn't complete at all, nigga. It was just a throwaway skit. Like I was going to erase it and shit. 'Cause
It was
all
funny
day was
shit.
like, nah, we're gonna do a different one. This ain't tripping.
It was funny shit.
Let me guess. It's about Xbox. You talking shit about Xbox, right?
No more about IGN.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Fuck
Wilbur.
IGN.
All I got to say is
It was,
Wilbur.
it was like low
Your name
key
should be Wilbur.
cuts at IGN. At the IGN niggas. They, Will, what did I name him? Wilbur?
Yeah, he's like, we're going to call you Wilbur. Your name should be Wilbur, nigga.
Oh shit. That nigga do look dumb though. That nigga look slow
He
and shit.
does.
That nigga like he really do. He really do.
Hey, have you heard anything about Booty?
Who? Biddy.
Booty?
Booty.
You talking about Booty?
Oh, Booty? Nah, not really.
You know
Nothing
what?
at all. I
You know
think he
what's
gonna be-
terrible? You know what's terrible about Xbox? And I just want to say real quick that it actually makes me less excited about Booty.
The never-ending
less excited
podcast.
about Booty. How did you make it possible that I'm less excited about Booty when I hear about Booty now?
Right.
That's incredible.
Real
I used to
shit.
love hearing what about some Booty, but now I'm like, oh, you talking about Booty?
Like, oh, he's like, that booty. You get like,
A girl gonna tell you to come over. Let me show you some booty. If you don't show you videotape for that nigga, I got you.
Craziness.
Over. But all right, then, man. Go ahead.
All
Shut
right,
the shit
man.
down.
I appreciate
All
y'all
right,
coming
then,
out.
y'all.
You motherfuckers that didn't show up, we're gonna continue to do this. I'm gonna get with Thrash and everybody here, and we're gonna figure out when we're gonna do this and stuff. I know everybody's schedules are crazy and all that, but this was basically just kind of a test podcast, if you will. I think it turned out all right. We covered, some pretty good topics and all that. So anyway, continue to watch.
real shit.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't, and all that, and keep up to date, with everything, and check out all these guys' channels, man. Support everybody, man. Much love for all. So,
Hey, and just real quick,
what's up?
we didn't have too much to say yesterday because we had that one dude on. You know what I'm saying? So I just figured just let him talk. Since he was new on the show, let him get what he wanted to get through. And today was just more open friendly. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Yeah, I know. Nah,
2 minutes
fuck
off
that.
shit.
Yeah, fuck that. He was talking a lot too.
I was trying to be on the side of the members and shit. I'm like, hey, the members.
Hell yeah, like, hey.
And to elaborate on what they're trying to say so that they can get their point across better. But we can't have that.
Yeah, nigga. Guests don't have no rights on our shit, nigga.
Hey, check this out, by the way.
They don't have no life, nigga. Fuck them niggas. They shouldn't be.
That's usually how it's supposed to go.
Hell nah. That's how it's supposed to go. Fuck that.
I just feel, giving you a little bit of respect, bringing in somebody new and shit like that, and just go out there and go off like I usually do. So that's all that.
Nigga, did you see the comment section? And them niggas was looking for y'all niggas, nigga. I'm like, where Diver at? Diver to the rescue, nigga. Nigga.